I'm Dr. Nataliey Bitature, the founder of Her, the online women's platform, and Musana Carts, the solar-powered street vending carts. The easiest wealth building formula I can ever tell anyone is just make sure you're making more than you're spending. It sounds very simple, but you'll be surprised at how many people don't live by this. Every time you're taking credit, every time you're spending money that you haven't yet earned or you don't yet have, you're now moving out of that. You have to make sure that you're making more money than you're spending every day, every week, every month, every year. And that means you'll be slowly increasing your wealth. I think a useful financial tip is always writing things down. Tracking what you're spending and what you're earning is the first way to make sure you're making a difference. You can't change anything unless you're measuring it. So unless you know exactly what you spend every day, every week, every month, and you're breaking it down like that, it's very difficult to actually budget and plan. So I encourage everyone to keep notes, to keep track. At least do it for a few months till you become used to your own routine and you know how much you're spending every month. It helps you to become more aware. Even the small things you do every day, write it down, because these are things you take for granted and then you don't realize, why am I broke at the end of the month? You have to know where it went. It's important to keep good records. Even as business owners, we don't take it as seriously because we don't think about the future. When you're trying to raise money, whether you need a loan or you're applying for a grant or you're going to a bank or someone else, later you're going to need to have audited accounts. You're going to need to have a legally registered company. You're going to need to have extremely well-kept records from the day you started your company. And I feel like this is something we take for granted. You don't realize until the day you need the money and now you're asking someone for it. And when they ask you for the last 5 years financials, you're stuck. So I think it's something all entrepreneurs should think about at the beginning. Even when you're using your own money in the business, you need to keep records and you keep a difference of which is my money, which is the company's money. Even if you're using the same cash, keep the notes and keep the records separate, because one day you're going to need to have all these historical records and it will come in very useful for you in future.